And it's getting tighter. And you don't want to do it too crazy. What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your main man, Gsxr, and we're back with another great video today. You're probably wondering what this box is right here we got sitting on the 750. Well, it's mod time today. We got a new modification in the mail today, and we're going to install it. And I know you're probably like, hey, where's the missus at? Well, she wasn't here when this arrived, and we're going to install it and surprise her with it. So, you know, it's always pretty cool to, little surprises and stuff like that within a relationship and all that type of stuff. But nevertheless, we're going to put this on the bike. And I probably shouldn't have said nevertheless. But what I mean is we're going to install this on the bike so that way when she sees it, she'll be surprised. It's a modification that she wanted. So I said, you know what? We got to get it. Got to put it on the bike for her and definitely surprise her. Now, of course, by the time you guys see this video, she's already seen the bike, and we're gonna do a first impression when she sees the bike with this new modification on. So I'm gonna bring you guys along to help me install it. So I always appreciate you guys' help. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get busy in installing this modification. I'm gonna break it out of the box so you can see what it is. And of course, gotta have our trusty blade to bust the box open. So let's go ahead and get to opening the box so we can see what this modification is. I want you to guess. Can you guess what it is before I open it? I wonder how many people get it right and how many people honestly waited to see what it actually is and then come back and say, oh, I know what it was. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and open this thing up and see what we got. Of course, you gotta have the right packaging to protect the product during transportation. So let's get this out of here. And we'll just set that to the side right now. And we have something from Zero Gravity. And if you know what Zero Gravity is, you know what this is gonna be, guys. And they also sent us a bunch of stickers. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So we'll look at those here in a second as well. Well, after we get done installing, because this video is about installing. So drop this box down here, guys, and we're gonna use a knife to open this up. And see what we got here. And guys, we have a Zero Gravity double bubble windscreen. So we're gonna get rid of this stock windscreen. I guess stock is cool for some people. Some people like to keep it clear, but this double bubble is gonna raise the airflow up a little bit higher, over your head. So I went with the dark smoke. Go ahead and get it out of this plastic. Yeah, I went with the dark smoke. The light smoke is cool, but it's like, especially when you got black accents on a bike, I think the dark smoke looks a lot better. So, of course, it's going to sit up there like that. And you see it's raised, I want to say probably about 2 inches. It's about 2 inches higher than the stock one. So what we're going to get to do is we're going to sit this right here. It's not going to fall. Don't worry about that. We're going to go ahead and break down the front of the bike to go ahead and install this. And real quick, what we're going to have to disassemble on the bike is we're going to undo the mirrors. And you're probably like, well, all you got to do is undo the screws. Well, you can do it that way, but when you actually undo the mirrors, and I'll kind of let them drop and I'll put a rag to protect the paint. But when you undo the mirrors on there, it's going to allow that front fairing to flex a little bit more when you swap it in and out those. So it's a precautionary thing, makes it a little bit easier. So once we drop both of the mirrors, then we're going to come and take out these 6 screws right here, and be mindful with those screws on the back. You have washers back there. Be mindful not to let those get away from you or fall down in the bike into the abyss of unknown screws and bolts and nuts and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I believe it's a 10 millimeter to take off the mirrors. There are going to be 2 bolts on each mirror that we're going to take off. So let's get to it. So out of my toolbox, I got my wonderful Phillips head. I got my 10 millimeter socket and ratchet set, And then I got 2 rags for each of the mirrors. So first thing we're gonna do is, like I said, we're gonna undo the mirrors right here. So I'm gonna bring you guys down a little bit, and I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit so you can see the work a little bit closer. I don't know if I should have showed you guys the underside, but anyway, right here, there are 2 bolts under here. You understand. So there are 2 bolts, 2 10mm bolts. So we're gonna get in here and we're gonna undo those. And this is a real simple install. But you know what, guys? I forgot one thing. You know, I like to keep track of my bolts. Always put my bolts in this right here. You know what I mean? It's magnetic, so I can sit it right there on the garage door. And we'll get back to, well, this one is hand loosened already. Or is it? Let me go that way. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna get this first one off here. Okay, put that in this first one. So it's not too large, but drop that in there. We're gonna go get the second one. Be careful around the plastics. And I'm pretty sure she's gonna definitely be excited, y'all, when she sees this. Because like I said, it's something that she wanted to change that look on the front. There we go, and I got it. So there's the second one. And what we're gonna do is take a rag. I got a microfiber towel, real soft. So we're gonna pull this out. And the reason why we do that is because these mirrors have turn signals in them. So there's a wire or whatnot. And I'm gonna let it hang by that wire. It's not gonna be hanging for long, but you see how it's protecting the paint. So let's go over to the other side. You know, I love doing, you know, modifications that I can do at home. I try to do as much as possible. Anything where I don't got to, you know, open up the engine or the, you know, transmission or, you know, anything like that, I'll do it myself. You know, just saves time and money. So, but we do have the bike will be going into the shop tomorrow. And tomorrow for me is Tuesday. It will be going in for exhaust work. So it's time to get that stock vacuum cleaner sounding exhaust over there, and we're gonna get something that makes a bit more noise. Oh, I almost dropped that one, y'all. And you guys will see what kind we get. You guys will see what kind we get once it's done. I don't want to spoil the surprise just yet, but you know, if you know what's best for Suzuki, you probably can guess what it is. Almost out of there. There we go. And let it sit there. Drop, of course. Drop it in. Oh, that was too close. Drop it in our magnetic holder. We're gonna get this second microfiber towel. We're gonna pull this one out just a little bit to get the slack. And so we can protect the paint. And she's good to go. So next, got our trusty old Phillips head. Move that there, move that there. And we're gonna start taking these 6 screws out. There's 3 on each side. And like I said, be careful with the washers behind them. You don't want to drop those because they can slide off sometimes. Like I said, this is a real simple job, guys. Just, of course, take your time. And we'll be able to slide this stock windscreen out of there and get ready to get the new zero gravity double bubble in there. So we got that one out of there, guys. So we are going to take our time and see how I'm flexing this up just a little bit. With this removes, it gives me a little bit, with the mirror remove, it gives me a little more flexibility. And we just kind of move a little bit and just, now see, there's one. See, there's one of these washers down here that we got to make sure doesn't come out, but it's like it wants to come out, but we got our hand around it. So We're not gonna lose that. We got it. See, it tried to fall out, y'all. Now we gotta, the one stayed in here, so now we gotta try to see if we can get this other side out. And the washer is right here. So you got, essentially you got 4 of them. You got 2 on that are on the bottom, and then you got 2 that are up there. Well, actually, my bad. I apologize. It's actually 6 of them. The other 2 stayed in right here because they're sitting on a bracket in there. So what we'll have to do is remove these, take these out of here, and put these in the aftermarket one. So let's go ahead and swap those out. We're gonna put one here, one here, one here, one here, and the other ones are already still mounted on the bike. So let's drop those in there. We're gonna put these in here, gonna squeeze them a little bit and turn. Squeeze and turn, and then you should pop them right on in there. Do the same thing on this side. Let's squeeze it and turn it, and then pop it in there. And you see all 4 of those. And like I said, the other 2 are already sitting in here. So what we're gonna do is slide this one in here. It's looking better already, isn't it, guys? Let's see if we can slide these in here. And the hardest part is gonna be able to get these in the bottom to go past that little ledge. And this is extremely important while we remove those mirrors. And just take your time, you know what I mean? Don't push too hard, and just move and wiggle a little bit until you get it in there. And you see that the holes lined up and those are lined up. And we're gonna pop these other ones inside here. And that one is lined up on that side. And the top is lined up as well. So I think we're in there, guys. I believe we are. It seems like everything is sitting the way it needs to. So putting these back in there. And I'm gonna start from the bottom. Oh man, I dropped one. Oh Lord. All right, my bad, y'all. So I'm gonna start from the bottom. Get that lined up first. There we go. And so we're gonna tighten that one up. And that's getting tighter. And you don't wanna do it too crazy tight. God dog it, y'all. Jeez. Too tight. Well, I messed that up. I broke it. So, I don't know how in the world that happened. I didn't think it was going too tight, but I'm gonna have to go and get another one or order another one. Dang. Well, you guys got some excitement, but it's not, the excitement that I wanted. I did not think that was gonna break like that. So I'm really not gonna tighten this one up tight at all. I got to go and see if I can get another screw like this. I am so pissed that I did that. I didn't think they were that plasticky like that. That sucks. Suzuki, why did y'all not make them things, metal? You can make a plastic screw. All right, guys, so after that failure that I just had by breaking off the screw, I got to go get a new one. That's simple as that, because I'm not going to have her, I got other screws around here that'll go in there, not the same color. So I got to do right. Got to go get a brand new fairing windshield screw. And you know what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to go to Lowe's and see if they got some that are stronger than this plastic that comes on the bike. Like, these are just plastic. And y'all can see I wasn't turning that thing crazy tight and it just popped. You know what I mean? So it's time for me to get out here, and I'll be back as soon as I can find a screw. Wherever I got to go at, got to search high and low. I'm going to find one. This exact same size, same color. same length, and everything. And then we're gonna replace these bull crap screws with something a little more sturdy. What y'all think about that? Well, I'm gonna do it anyway, but let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Have you ever done that before? All right, guys, so that was a total failure. Well, the run to Lowe's I'm talking about, because they didn't have what I needed. They have a small section of metric, bolts and stuff like that and screws. So they didn't have what I needed, but I have to take the bike to the shop tomorrow to get the exhaust work done. Now they're closed today. Today is Monday. They're closed on Mondays here. So I'm like, well, why am I stressing here in Lowe's about what I can't find when I'm going to the bike shop tomorrow anyway, and I know they'll have an extra or another set. I'm gonna see if I can get something a little bit sturdier than plastic, so we can get some aluminum screws that'll go in there. So we're gonna go ahead and button this thing back up, and of course I'm gonna let you see the views on it and stuff like that. Just don't worry about the missing bolt that's right here. Don't worry about that too much. So let's go ahead and get this thing buttoned back up, y'all. Put my mic back on the shirt. And I have folks ask me, why you hold the mic? Why you hold the mic? God dang it, because I want to. I bought it. Shoot, I can use it how I want to use it. But anyway, where my screwdriver go at? So we're just gonna tighten these up and hopefully we don't break another one. It's cheap plastic. Come on, Suzuki, y'all gotta do better than that, man. I mean, like, they don't look plastic or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Normally, you could tell us something, plastic and cheap or whatever, but man, y'all sure did disguise these. And I had no idea. I got this fly flying around here, man. God, dog, I thought that's one thing, like I said, one thing about living in the country, y'all. When I had my garage open and stuff like that, them buses be coming on in, like I sent them an invite or something. But let's see, can I get this one on in there without breaking it too, of course. One bolt that's missing, unfortunately. So when I get to the shop tomorrow, take the bike, I'm gonna just see if I can get some more. And so we can put those mirrors back on and look at it with a missing bolt. Okay. All right. She's sturdy now. Let's get our other bolts. Come on this other side. Who knew this would take me this long running out to the store or running out to Lowe's? But I did need some other stuff from Lowe's, so it wasn't all that bad. That's it. So both of them up here sturdy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel the sticker off, of course, guys. And then I'm gonna let you see the profile of it, because that's what I think it looks the best when you look at the profile of a windscreen. So I'm gonna show you the profile of it, guys. Just give me 1 second. All right, guys, so I appreciate you coming along with me today and installing this zero gravity double bubble windscreen. It could have been easier. I think there's some minor like fitment corrections that could be done on behalf of zero gravity, because like I said, I installed the one on my Gsxr, no problem. Slide out, slide in. All the holes were lined up perfectly, no problem. So, and that's a zero gravity as well. So I think with their 25 is some minor fitment issues. So zero gravity, if you hear this, might want to look at that again. So, like I said, I'm gonna get and two, when I go to take the bike to get it done at the shop, get the exhauster, and they're gonna take all that off anyway, probably because I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to maybe they might have to drop the radiator, of course, to do the exhaust and all that stuff. So they got to take all that off. I'm gonna just say, hey, throw that extra screw back in there, and then I'm pretty sure they'll be able to line it up perfect. You know what I mean? So But yeah, I appreciate it, guys. And we got more content coming. Of course, you're gonna have the exhaust video. You're gonna have riding content. We're going riding this weekend, so that's gonna be content. So just content on top of content for you guys. And yeah, that's about it. So until the next video, it's your main man Booster Rails. Ride safe out there. Keep the rubber side down. Peace.